Hey, all right. You're listening to the Dead Man's Tome podcast, a show that is brought to you in part by Go Girl. Go Girl. Hey, ladies, do you want to pee like a man? I know you do, right? You want to take the patriarchy. When you do what they do, you want to be like a man. So guess what? Now you can.
Without surgery.
Without surgery, yeah. You don't have to mutilate your lady bits and turn into a dick.
Are you selling catheters?
Now.
I'm selling Go Girl, okay? Ladies, you can pee like a man in comfort. It feels great from what I hear. So just go.
He doesn't know from experience.
No, yeah, I wouldn't know.
Is it a catheter? That sounds like a catheter.
Kind of, sort of. All right. So, but you got to do it, right? It's what you have to do. It's either this or you got to, turn it inside out. I don't think you want to do that. So, the Go Girl female urination device provides the welcoming relief you need now. So, head on over to gogirl.com, use promo code DT10 to not get anything off your purchase because there's no way in hell they would sponsor this shit. Okay. The real shit I do want to talk about. Hey, you need to become a patron.
Type in the discount code Dead Man's Tome and just see what the hell happens.
All right. If you're not a patron yet,
for like a second, I thought that was an actual read. You did that so well.
Thank you.
It's an actual product.
It is an actual product.
I didn't know that.
All right.
I didn't. I'm looking this up now.
It's basically a funnle.
It's a funnel.
It's a funnel into a can.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like peeing in a water bottle on a road trip.
Right.
Man, you could at least write your name in the snow with a catheter.
Right?
This thing's all rigid, like the letter be drawn in MS Paint. Bullshit.
Well,
save yourself some money. Get a box of catheters.
No, well, it's baby steps. I think this will help. Them.
Well, I'm answering the chat. Patty Clee in the chat asked if she could write her name with it, and feasibly, I don't think so. It's too rigid.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, have you ever had an erection and tried to draw your name in the snow?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does
every time.
Every single time.
I
you
found
just sound looking like a crayon drawing.
In that when that happens, it's all in the hips pretty much because like you have to move it all around,
So in the summer, do you just pee into the freezer?
Yes. That's the only way I can
Is
get
that
an
not what
erection
you're
anymore.
supposed to do?
All right, hold on. The real sponsor for the show is Patreon. Well, Dead Man's Tome. Become a patron. You get access to the bonus shows, okay? If you want to see this man, me, eat bull balls, you can do that there. There's an author who tried to gross me out by reading some of the most disgusting stuff that he's ever written. Did he do it? I don't know. You got to find out. That's another one. And also, you get to see my wife kick my ass playing a video game, But, yeah.
How much to watch her kick your ass for real? I'll donate that.
Okay, let's range that. Well, I am a kind of a whore for money.
I got taxes coming in. I'll pay that.
Let's collect money.
Tax return season's just around the corner.
You know what?
Have to refund me if there's no black eyes involved, though.
That's not a bad idea. Oh, shit. That's not a bad idea at all.
$100 per stitch.
I'm down.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, in case if you don't know, we're joined tonight by Church of Failure and Arden of Gospel of Comics. And before we get going, I'm going to let these gentlemen plug their show real fast.
Well, before we plug our own show, you need to do a better job of plugging your show by putting your Patreon information in the description of your video, man. What are you doing?
What am I doing? Patreon.com/deadmanstone. I'll put that there in the description link down below.
Well, if you don't want to put yours in there, you can put ours in there. I mean, that'd be fine too.
Right. But you also see the link on the screen there. Patreon.com/deadmanstone.
No, I am the Church of Failure. With me, as always, is my trusty co-host, Eric McCartney. And we are from the Gospel of Comics podcast. And we're here to talk about hangovers and drunk stories from the last decade. I suppose with Mr. Deadman and SK Barrett here. I don't know what happened. I was actually drinking, and then I just woke up in this room with a headset on, handcuffed to a chair. I assume SK is involved, but
You're not supposed to
under
talk about-
advice of counsel, I will not answer that.
Yes.
Yeah, you can check us out at youtube.com/c/Gospel of Comics. We review comic books. We talk about current news and comics media, and a little bit of the Twitter drama that I happen to notice and laugh at. So,
Yeah, it's a good show. I've been on it a couple of times, even though I don't know shit about comics, and had a lot of fun.
Mhm. Yeah, and I tune in every now and then, whenever I get a chance. I've been on the show before.
See, there's the rousing endorsement from SK right there.
Right.
It was pretty fun, even though I had no fucking clue what was going on.
right.
10 out of 10.
Even though, imagine how much more fun it would have been had I known something.
What's interesting is, though, I thought that episode was pretty good. I thought SK actually held his own. It was like, man, you know what? For someone who claims he doesn't know anything about comics, he actually brought in like old school stuff, you know? So.
Well, the thing is he's 900 years old, so
Yeah.
he's just been around and passing for the entire history of the medium.
Yeah, but I don't look a day over 857.
Right.
That's
yeah.
good. That's good.
It's because you moisturize.
Moisturize daily. You got to.
With fish semen.
Did you see any UFOs under the influence? Well, I mean, besides SK, no.
Okay, what, he was flying? Okay. Who wants to go first and tell their, I guess, worst hangover story?
I kind of want to hear SK's.
Yeah. No. I think that's,
Okay.
because
Well,
SK is the non-drinker of the group, so this has got to be one of the more entertaining ones, right?
So the truth is I started drinking about 5 years ago, and that's the honest truth. And what was, I had abstained from drinking for religious and other reasons for a long time, but then I decided, if I'm gonna drink or not drink, I need to make an informed decision.
Mm-hmm.
And not just, I just felt like I needed to see if maybe I like it, maybe I don't. I don't know. And what was cool is I got to go to my own daughters for, learning how to drink. I called up my oldest daughter and said, so, I want to try this out. She says, great, come on over and we'll have a little, teaching moment. And she laid out all these different bottles and I sampled all these things and they told me, do this, don't do that, and all this kind of stuff. And it was a fantastic, father-daughter bonding time.
Wait, what? So you had lessons from your daughter on how to drink?
I
What?
did. How cool is that?
Man, I didn't have any sort of life lesson about how to drink. I just had to figure it out on my own. Jesus Christ.
Well,
That's why he doesn't.
that's
get
because
hangovers.
that's because you did it, in your stupid youth instead of your
Now-
stupid old age.
Now, when she brought out the spread of bottles, what did you take to when it came to drinking?
I liked the whiskeys.
Okay.
Vodka. I mean, everything I tasted, I tasted straight because that I wanted to know what the baseline flavors of everything, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Paint thinner, motor oil,
Yeah.
peat moss bog.
Turpentine.
Turpentine? Yeah.
Oh, that would be Scotch.
What, turpentine?
Turpentine would be like, what, vodka? Shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
vodka tastes. Even today, vodka to me tastes like rubbing alcohol.
Paint
Yeah.
thinner.
It's
Straight up.
it-
Yeah.
it's how the Russians are just what gluttons for punishment, I guess.
Well, when you drink it
Well,
on
if,
ice, you
if
don't
you
really
get the
tell.
Crystal Skull though, that Crystal Skull stuff from Dan Aykroyd, that stuff's actually really good.
Yeah. I used to have some.
Yeah.
I drank it
Actually,
all.
Trader Joe's has a grape vodka that's their house brand. It's actually pretty good.
That's
How about-
off-putting sounding.
I've always been
No,
a
it's-
fan of just pouring it in orange juice and downing it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
screwdrivers are great. Mixed, I like vodka mixed. I just don't like it straight.
Yeah. Whiskey's the only thing I can drink straight. But anyway, get on with your description here. We
Yeah.
Well,
There
what
you
I've
go.
found out since I started in this thing is that this thing that we're going to talk about today, the hangover deal, it doesn't happen for me.
Lucky bastard.
Um,
Sorry.
I mean, I've gotten pretty dang drunk.
Now, do you think this is because you follow the golden rule and stay hydrated, or do you just?
I don't do a good job with hydrating. I really don't.
It's
Um,
probably just because his liver is still working properly in his older age.
This
Oh,
might be
maybe.
true. Yeah, he didn't
It
have to
might
grow.
be true.
He didn't have to grow up drinking bum wine that the 18-year-old who had a fake ID bought him.
Exactly.
I have this pristine liver, but my heritage is primarily from England, Ireland, and Scotland.
Mm.
So when you were born, your alcohol level was
Yeah.
like 20%.
Yeah, right? You get the tolerance from the Irish, man. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I wake up and I feel, if I've had a lot to drink, I feel a little, cloudy headed, but nothing painful or, like throwing up. I've never thrown up from alcohol.
What the? You've never thrown up from alcohol? Oh, man.
No.
Oh, shit. Well,
Jeez.
I see who's going to be on the barrel in this episode. Okay. All right. Wait, who else here hasn't thrown up from drinking?
Oh, not me.
I definitely have multiple times.
Okay. So SK is like a god amongst mere mortals here. Jesus Christ.
It's the
SK, you could write a
alcohol,
book about how to drink. You realize that? You could write a book about it and stand by it.
Oh, dude, you could put on this whole Donald Trump persona and just write a book called The Art of the Sauce.
I don't think it's anything I could teach, if it's genetic.
No, but see, it could be a hell of a dating meme where you just put out there, look, just come get some of my genetics for your children. You'll never have to hold their hair when they puke.
Okay.
Open up a
got a
franchise, SK.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come and get some of this.
Why did I imagine you dressed up like the fat guy from Austin Powers saying, "Get in my belly"?
But that's good, though.
Come and get some of this.
Mm. Okay, so you never had a hangover, but come on, blacked out, or did you get stupid drunk?
I had a blackout, but it was accidental, and it wasn't just alcohol.
Wait, what blackout isn't accidental, man? How many of you guys have
Nobody
ever gone
goes
into
like-
this saying, "I'm gonna go black out tonight, boys"?
Yeah, I'm going to drink this entire bottle, so I just completely pass out.
I mean, there's falling asleep. That's not the same thing. Blackout, just to be clear, is when you continue to operate in the physical world and your brain does not.
Yeah, you know what's great?
Correct.
Being on the other end of that, seeing someone who blacks out because they look like a broken record. And they're just stuck in this loop, and it make no fucking sense. I had
Really?
to kick someone out of my house when they did that, and then I realized, oh shit, that was a kid. He should have been drinking. Oh shit, I need to stop right there. This happened years ago, like a long time ago, like a decade ago. It didn't even happen. I don't even know what I'm talking about right now. Anyway, so sorry.
I disavow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just felt that.
There's
too.
the first disavowed.
Anyway, so you got blacked out, and what happened?
So I took a Sonata sleeping pill, a very low dosage one, and just a little bit of like a one shot of whiskey. But here's, and I found out a lot of information later. So that, they warn you not to do that kind of shit on the label, right?
Yeah.
And it's not because at that low dose, it's not going to kill you. But the thing is that if you take a sleeping pill and alcohol and then you don't go to sleep, you black out.
Oh shit!
Blackout
Dude,
episode.
Like, were you on Twitter doing this? Were you saying some racist shit on Twitter? Like, what happened here?
Goddamn octoroons.
Okay, be careful. No, sorry.
So, the first clue was when I woke up and there were dishes all around my bedroom, and I didn't remember eating any of that stuff. and so I'm immediately like, what the hell happened?
Man, okay.
The second thing I did was immediately go to my text messages.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
You texted an
Oopsie.
ex. You texted an ex, didn't you?
Yeah, I
And
texted
boss.
some stuff in my blackout mode that I had to go and apologize for.
Texted his ex,
Don't-
texted his
Don't lie.
boss.
That's how you got this gig on the show here with Jesse.
Yeah, he texted me.
Jesse was the ex.
You have the best hair, Jesse.
Thank you, SK. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh shit, we can't talk about that stuff.
I'm uncomfortable now.
And Patty,
Oh, don't pretend
Patty
like I
Clee
haven't
said,
sent you those
"Deadman's
text
next
messages
challenge."
before.
I think that might be the next challenge, with to take a sleeping pill and alcohol together. You gotta log down my Twitter though, man. Okay,
You gotta. Nah,
I might have
you
a
gotta
Roseanne
somebody else
situation.
there.
shit. Oh shit. Anyway,
Yeah.
so
So that's a real thing. And don't do it. I mean, because I was completely unsupervised. I got off really lucky with that. I mean, we joke and have a fun time with it. That shit could have gone really badly.
yeah,
I could have got in the car and
Oh,
drove
yeah.
somewhere, right?
Right.
I don't know. Why not?
You might have.
I might have. Fortunately, all the food that I seem to have eaten came from the kitchen. There wasn't like, McDonald's wrappers or something.
Oh, that's good.
So, that shit could have gone really badly.
yeah.
So if you're going to do it on purpose, you got to do it. And I don't know why you would want to.
Because I'm a whore for money.
Jesus.
Sorry. Because
Have
of
a
a
little
thought.
tickle in your throat there, Jesse?
Yeah. Sorry, it was coming out. The truth was coming out. Shit.
That
Chad
was one of the
Middleton
scariest
says,
things
"Takes a
I've
shot
been.
every time you say the N-word."
Oh no, we can't do that. Can't do that. We're on YouTube, and there's people that watch. They'll be like, "Oh man, you said what now? Oh shit, I'm sorry."
What's wrong with the word negotiator?
Oh, I thought it was necrophilia.
Oh. No, there is a lot wrong with that, actually.
I thought
There's
it
a
was the
lot.
African country of Niger.
Oh shit. Yeah. Oh man. Okay.
It is really scary, and if any of you have ever had blackout, the scariest thing is like knowing that you did stuff that you will never have a memory for, and you'll never have an explanation for, and that to me that was pretty scary.
Mm-hmm.
I can
I'd imagine.
imagine.
Hey, we said the same
I mean,
thing.
I've blacked out before, but yeah.
Oh man.
I mean, especially, I can't imagine doing it like at my age now, though.
Right.
Like what it would be like now. Like when I was younger, I could kind of get past it, but now, whew.
Well, that makes me think of you guys don't know this, but we did for our patrons a drunk stream, and it went to it started after our show, so about midnight 15 or so. They lasted till I think 5 in the morning. I lasted
my
till
God.
about
Oh, shit.
2:30. I remember barely any of the show, and when I woke up, like my headset was off, put away. I always listen to music when I go to bed, so there was music playing. Like I was in bed, like in my pajamas with the blankets on, and don't remember a single bit of it.
I had to kick you from the Discord. You were still logged in.
Oh, shit. But you managed
Hell,
it.
Jesse's done that without being drunk.
Oh, yeah. I think I did leave the stream on a few times. Damn it. Mm. Man, at least you remember to put on your pajamas, man, and get in the bed.
Right.
Man,
So you want to know the most embarrassing thing that happened during the blackout?
sure.
Absolutely.
I think I can bring myself to admit this finally. Okay.
You woke up with something in your butt.
I wrote poetry.
What?
I did. I wrote poetry.
Oh,
Ah.
Just
Sorry.
and I texted it.
ah. Well, you know.
And the worst thing about that, it was the best shit I've ever written.
Oh, shit. Do you have it here?
No.
Mm.
So hold on, Jesse, you said that that's gay. What's
Oh,
really
I don't
difference,
know.
though,
Play back the tape.
but between writing poetry and writing like song lyrics, like would you call Kanye gay?
Yes.
Well,
Does he like fish sticks? He likes fish sticks. He might be a gay fish.
That's very true. That's a good point. We still haven't got a straight answer on that one.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. There you go.
good lyrics are poetry.
Mhm.
Actually, music can make bad poetry sound good. There was a what was the old show host of the Tonight Show before Johnny Carson, Steve Allen.
Oh, yeah.
He did a shtick where he was reading rock lyrics as poetry, and it was hilarious because how bad it sounded without the music. I can't get no. I can't get no. I can't get no satisfaction. Satisfaction. Satisfaction.
Actually,
that's a game we used to play. Is you would have to sit across from each other and like maintain eye contact and go back and forth, just completely monotone, saying the lyrics to a song and try
Really?
not to just start crack up laughing.
Oh, shit.
It's one of the hardest things in the world to do, especially for a ridiculous song like Bohemian Rhapsody.
Mhm.
If you
Oh
try
my
and
God.
sit there and just stare somebody in the eye and say those words back and forth to each other without laughing,
Right.
it's so hard.
Okay.
I've never
got
heard of
one
that
for
game.
you.
That sounds fantastic.
It's
Right.
a lot of fun.
I've got one for you,
Okay. Yeah, what's your story?
and we'll see if you guys can actually guess the song before I get to
Oh.
the words.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
All right, do it.
Well, I don't know where they come from, but they sure do come. I hope they coming for me. And I don't know how they do it, but they sure do it good. I hope they do it for free.
I'm
Is-
going between this is an old black folk song about running from the KKK, or it's a song about all of the women that Bill Clinton raped that came together and wrote this as therapy. But I'm not quite sure.
Anybody else
That
want
sounds. None of those words sound familiar to me.
Mm-mm.
None of them.
No.
It's Cat Catch Fever.
Oh.
Oh,
Hey.
man.
Is that
It's man, some of the words I would listen to. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Man, you really need the music for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just not the same without it.
No, it's not. Okay. Hey, what about you, Church? You got a hangover story?
Oh, I absolutely have a hangover story.
Okay.
Yes.
So once upon a time,
Oh.
about 17 years ago,
Oh, okay.
I went to my first big boy party, as I would come to call it over the years, and during my first big boy party, now I'm 15, 16 years old at the time. Never really drank, I've had one or two drinks here or there.
Hold on. I'm trying to do the math here. You
Yeah.
said 17 years ago you were 15?
Yeah.
I think there's about 30 years missing from that math.
We're not talking about you here, SK.
George might sound old, but he's still young.
That's right. That's right. It's the
Okay.
Pack-a-day, it's the
Continue.
Pack-a-day smoke. It's the Pack-a-day smoking that gets you. But oh god.
You there?
Oh no. Yeah, I'm just. Everything's going to shit in the background. I think I got it back under control here.
That's a
Okay.
different topic.
But no, a while back I went to my first big boy party, and they had liquor there, and everybody's having a good time, and I find myself in the room with with the alcohol unsupervised.
Ah.
And no one has properly, like, I didn't have a daughter at the time, like SK, to explain to me how to drink like a real man.
Right.
Even
I
at
was
15?
I was winging it, man. I was winging it. I was a late starter. It would be another 12 to 13 years before I had a child. But so I find the bottle of Southern Comfort, which is what I'm familiar with,
Oh no. Okay.
and I proceed to just start pouring shots into the bottom of a regular drinking glass.
Okay.
And I don't know if you remember the first time you eyeballed a shot into a large container, but it's always more than a shot, right?
Right.
If I eyeball a shot into a shot glass, it's more than a shot usually.
Right.
So
Pretty much.
I'm just taking these things back, right? And over the course of about an hour to 2 hours, I drink half of a handle of Southern Comfort.
Oh shit.
But I'm stationary, so I'm fine.
Yeah. Okay.
I haven't moved, so I haven't stirred the liquor up inside me yet.
Right?
Oh, but that's the best
So
part.
I'm-
That's the best part.
Yeah, so I'm like, my balls are humongous right now. I'm the biggest swinging dick at this party. Everybody else is just pouring a little bit of liquor into their soda or their juice or
Pussies.
whatever, and I'm just drinking this shit straight from just looking them all in the face. I come to find later that I'm the biggest idiot there. But for these glorious 30, 40 seconds in between me making a complete ass of myself and leaving the kitchen, I'm the cock of the walk.
Mhm.
So I go back into the living room where a few distinguished gentlemen like myself who have been imbibing alcohol are playing cards. And I park myself at the card table and get dealt into a game of 5-card draw.
Okay.
About 2 hands in, I'm not quite sure why the room is moving the way it is. So, in an attempt to try and keep cool and, not fuck up my demeanor, I look down at my hand and realize that I have been dealt 2 pair.
Oh shit.
Nice.
But because I am fucked up, I have miscalculated the number of cards I need from my first, put some cards back phase. And I have 6 cards in my hand. So I attempt to give one to my neighbor so that I can play my 2 pair. And then vomit everywhere.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man.
Now, this is kind of where my story and SK's story overlap a little bit, because there's about 3 hours that pass where I have no fucking concept of what happened to me.
Oh.
But
shit.
I wake up because someone has me in the backyard in a pair of swimming trunks that don't belong to me. spraying me off with a garden hose every time I fall asleep.
Are you alone in the swimming trunks?
I am alone in the swimming trunks.
It sounds like what I had to do during that one party. Oh shit.
So
Okay.
I remember distinctly asking who two people were at this party because I didn't recognize them. What I don't remember is that apparently, like Jesse says, you get stuck in a loop. So I asked who they were about 45 times.
Oh man.
And every time I would just kind of
It's like having dementia.
I'd pass out and lose consciousness. And I'd get sprayed with the hose and I'd see them and I'd be like, who the fuck is that? All the while just continuously puking my guts up into this poor man's backyard. So the night goes on and I survive somehow. And I wake up in the morning in a bathtub in the swimming trunks. And covered in vomit again.
Of course.
Take a shower, find some clothes, and the people who provided the alcohol came by to make sure they hadn't been an accomplice to manslaughter. And decide that they feel bad enough that they're going to take us all out to IHOP to get some food in us and hopefully get us to feeling better. Well, I find myself, and because no one trusts me to ride in an actual vehicle at the time, they put me in the back of the pickup truck.
It ain't over till it's over.
A big gulp they have filled with Gatorade. So I'm drinking the Gatorade, puking it up as I drink it, basically, because, nothing's staying down.
Right.
So I get the bright idea once we get to the IHOP, because I can't actually make my way into the establishment to have someone bring me a cup of coffee. And I dump it into the Gatorade because in my hungover brain, the caffeine will get the electrolytes to my bloodstream faster.
Okay.
So,
Was the
even
coffee-
after all this time, you're not all there yet.
Oh,
No.
God, no.
No.
It'll be 3 days after this happens, and I'm finally back to about 80%.
Oh shit.
And that's where he's been ever since.
Ever since. I finally made it into the restaurant. I got about 4 bites of pancakes before I found myself puking in the bushes outside of IHOP.
Oh man.
We had to take to-go boxes and leave because management asked us to.
And they're sitting there just thinking like, same shit, different day.
Every fucking time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was probably the biggest one for me. I'm pretty sure I'm responsible for mutating the normal, just green lawn grass in my friend's backyard into a form of crabgrass that just grew from the dead pile of just vomit and hatred that I spewed all over his yard from sitting in that chair for 4 hours trying to not die. But yeah.
Don't you love that point though? Before you throw up, but like where the room starts moving in ways that it technically shouldn't be.
Oh, I hate it. That's the worst part. That is
Well,
the
it's like a
absolute
free
worst.
roller coaster though.
No,
But the
fuck you.
Not if you get motion sickness. That's not good.
Right?
No.
The churn in your stomach, man. Oh fuck.
Uh-huh.
No.
So, do you guys get motion sickness as well?
I don't.
I-
No.
I don't, but I can't deal with the room moving and me not moving.
Right. Right. I don't get motion sickness either, but that whole room spinning thing. Oh fuck that. Fuck that.
Yeah,
I just lay your head back, close your eyes. It feels like you're on a charter boat or something.
No.
Dude,
Like a
I-
boat that's
I-
too. It's like you're in a boat too small for the size of the water you're in. Like you're in a canoe in the Pacific
Oh,
Ocean.
I do get seasickness. Is that what you're referring to motion
Yeah.
sickness
Yeah.
as?
Yeah,
I don't
that
get
kind
sick in cars or on planes or anything like that, but on water I do. I do get green
Okay.
around the gills.
See, I don't get that, but when the room's spinning, that sensation, it does fuck with me too. Close your eyes and just ride the ride, just embrace it. Arden, man,
Yeah,
I
just
tried.
let it drift you off to sleep.
I tried to do that. I closed my eyes. I had to grab onto something for dear life. Just like, okay, I'm good, dude.
I usually I usually end up trying to kill myself with my own pillow. When that happens to me. Like, I just hold it over my face until I pass out because I just can't. I can't church anymore.
I don't know about y'all, but from my experience drinking, and because I wasn't taught by my daughter on how to drink, I can't because she's 3 and that'd be inappropriate. I've learned
that would be an interesting stream to watch, though.
Well, yeah, and then CPS would be coming and taking my kids away. What I found is if you fight the urge to puke, it's like it gets worse the next day. It just gets worse. Like your body's like, get this shit out of you now. Get it out. Get it out. Get it out.
Yeah, you just gotta let it happen.
Yeah.
The only thing that will stop the sensation of intense need to vomit is a McDonald's double cheeseburger. Not a goddamn McDouble. You need the extra piece of cheese.
You do.
Don't fucking go cheap on the hangover food. You need the double cheeseburger.
Fried eggs with cheese and bacon.
Oh yeah.
As long as you don't have to cook it.
Oh,
if you have to cook it, you can't.
Why?
Oh no,
dude!
Because the smell of cooking food when you're that drunk, and besides, you'll burn your goddamn house down.
Oh, when you're drunk, yeah. When you're drunk.
Oh, I was thinking the next morning.
Yeah, I was thinking the next morning too, SK. Yeah, I'll make some scrambled eggs.
Talking about.
Scrambled eggs, bacon, sausage, all that stuff. That put some salsa or a chile on there. Man, that is great for fighting hangovers. Have some orange juice, maybe a Bloody Mary. That's good too.
That's not fighting a hangover. That's chasing the drunk.
Hey, okay, just crack open another beer and just start it again.
People always just start talking about, when are you gonna quit drinking? I'm like, well, when I'm ready to die from the cumulative hangover. I've been drunk since my first child was born. What's wrong with you?
Okay.
It just
I
stops. And
have a feeling that story is going to take the cake.
You just see him pass out.
Okay,
yeah,
Art.
I don't think I can beat that.
I don't think I can either. Man, Art, you want to go first?
I know some secondhand stories.
So I got 2 potential stories. I either have my 21st birthday party or one relating to beer pong where I had to be up at 6 a.m. the next morning to go play guitar at a church.
I want to hear the 21. I feel like that'll be better.
Yes.
Beer pong, you knew what you were doing. You just did it.
I was
21. You were innocent.
I was drinking Jameson instead of beer during the beer pong. So.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
man. And it was the first time I smoked weed.
That doesn't count. See, when you smoke weed when you're that drunk, you're just signing your death warrant.
Yeah, I found that out.
Besides, isn't a stoned stream. I can tell you.
My first experience with weed was also my.
Did your daughter teach you that too?
No, my old girlfriend from high school.
His daughter taught him how to use cocaine. Come on.
We were having a little get-together at her house, me and 1 or 2 others, and I happened to mention that I'd never been drunk or high, because this was like right at the beginning, and she goes, innocently, okay, and then proceeded to get me drunk and high that night. That was a fun time. It's a nice combination.
It is fun. It is fun.
That's like the only way that I enjoy marijuana, actually, is if I'm already a little buzzed off the alcohol. Otherwise, it's just kind of boring.
Well, we got to.
I guess it depends on when you're smoking.
Do we want the 21 story or do we want the Jameson beer pong story?
Jameson beer pong because.
Do we have to choose?
I mean, I can tell both.
You can tell both, yeah.
I figure everyone else did one, so I didn't want to, get greedy.
I'm kind of partial to Jameson myself, so
let's go with that. Let's go with that one first, and then if we have time after Jesse, we're not going to let Jesse get out of this. I think I see what's happening here. We're not going to.
He's trying to pass the time.
I have a show and tell of mine. I have a video I could show you where how drunk I got, so you can see the evidence. And those listening to the podcast will explain it to you.
Let's get the first rotation through before we start double dipping, because I also
there we go.
I also have a second drunk story that I can tell that actually actually revolves around New Year's Eve and vomiting on people and leaving in disgrace. But,
I'm
it was kind of
starting to sense a theme.
it was kind of a pattern before I was 21 to, just get really drunk somewhere and not know what the fuck I was doing and puke on someone and leave in disgrace. Well, I've lost those friends now. Let's try again later.
All right.
All right.
So I think
Jameson.
I think I was like 22, 23, that kind of age.
Okay.
Semi-experience with the alcohol. And me and my ex, we went over to another couple's friend's place of ours. They were having a party, like a between Christmas and New Year's party. Kind of like that awkward week where nothing's going on, but everyone's kind of bored. You know.
Yeah.
So, and like I said, I was playing guitar at a church at the time, and it was a Saturday night. So we go over there, and so I had just a pint bottle of Jameson. Is what I had. I was like, "I'll just we'll have the little bottle, maybe have some. Don't want to spend the $18 on the full fifth. We'll just spend $12 on the pint.
Thank God for Costco now.
Right. So we're there we're hanging out. My buddy has those really tall beer glasses that it's like a beer and a half or something, or beer and 3/4 that fit in these. So we're drinking those first. So we probably have two or three of those, and he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna go out back and smoke." So I go outside with him. He's like, "You want to try it?" I was like, "Why not?" So he has one of those wooden one-hitter boxes, right?
All right.
So I take a couple hits of that. I'm feeling good, and let's go downstairs and play beer pong. So we're down there, and I decide to crack open the Jameson because I think we still had beer, but I think I was just sick of it because it was cheap, like Labatt Light or something like that. It was something shitty.
Some Lone Star, or even
let me
shitty
just
than Lone
interject.
Star.
Let me just interject here. Cheap, shitty beer is designed to keep you from hurting yourself.
Yeah.
Instinctively.
Well, isn't that both our problems, Church?
Well,
We can't just buy the cheap, shitty stuff.
no. Or we like it. That's another problem.
Well, that too. Yeah, so we're doing that, and I'm progressively getting worse at playing beer pong. And it was me and my buddy, and then the two girls at the time on the other team. They're like, "Why are you so bad?" And he's like, "Hey, chill out. He's drank half that bottle of Jameson by himself, and we're not even halfway through the game yet." So from there, I have just vague flashes of playing cards and then going to sleep in their spare room, which is also where their cat's litter box and stuff was. So we had to keep the door cracked open for the cat, and I'm there half there getting that room spinning thing, and then all of a sudden this little furry bastard just pounces on my feet and starts attacking them while I'm half drunk and half asleep in the room spinning.
Are we talking about an animal or an actual furry?
A furry bastard.
An animal, an actual cat.
Okay, so it's not Monday Matt in a fursuit coming after your feet. Okay.
No, thank God.
Okay.
I might have shot him. So this cat pounces on my feet, and I just start kicking, and just yell, "What the fuck?" And I kick, and I hear a thump from the wall.
Ooh.
Next to the bed. The cat was fine. I'll let
they have
everybody know
9
the cat
lives.
was fine.
That fucking John Wick coming after you. Why you kicking the cat?
Yeah. So then On the way to the church the next morning, I was like, okay, we got to stop. I went in and bought like 3 bottles of Gatorade, like the ones with the turn top, that you can just squeeze down your throat. I downed one on the 15-minute drive to the church, and then had the other 2 sitting on my guitar amp. And like
Were they
intermittently, no, I like the yellow.
Oh,
Mm.
okay.
So
But
I like that
Like a
citrus.
red
That'd
or
make an interesting effect coming up.
Well, I didn't throw up, and I'm proud of
Aw.
that. But yeah, so like in between songs, or if I wasn't playing at a part, I just like turn around and walk over to my amp and just pick up the Gatorade in the middle of the song and just squeeze a bunch down my throat and like set it back down on the amp and keep playing again. It was, I barely even remember like playing music that morning. I don't even know if my amp was actually on or if I was just up there just miming all of it.
Just going through the motions. Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's a good story, though. That's good.
Man, you needed to add the throwing up on stage.
Yeah. I was waiting for that. I was waiting for that big payoff, but it was good.
In church.
That's why I was hoping it was blue, because that would have been a great visual.
Okay. I'm not trying to get out of this, okay? Look, for the worst hangover, I guess I got to also talk about the worst time getting drunk. I used to do this web series called Zombie Hunter. And I think I might have told this story before, but now I have the video that I'm going to show you guys in a little bit. Actually, I could just share my windows. That way you can watch it with me. So just watch it on the stream. Let's see, screen share. Got this one. Okay. Let's see if it works. Let me know if it works. Okay. Anyway, so...
Man, that's an interesting folder.
Oh, which one?
BBC?
Which one?
It says BBC 4.
No.
That's
never mind
Jesse
that.
watching Downton Abbey while he's
Yeah. That's what's happening there.
pumpkin spice.
Yes.
Everybody wants the BBC.
Watch out. Never mind the basic bitch folder, okay? Don't worry about that one, okay? Okay. Anyway, look.
It's all just selfies of SK.
Hey, we can't talk about that. Shh. Tammy G's in there here and there. Okay. Anyway. All right. Every now and then.
It's just for cover.
Yeah. So when I was doing this series, there was an episode where you used real alcohol. And the whole episode was I was supposed to get drunk. But I actually ended up getting way too drunk, like wasted. And we used Southern Comfort.
No.
Yeah. Right. This was back in 2012. That's how long ago this was. And using real alcohol, Southern Comfort, and we end up using the whole bottle for this episode. And the effect of that is that I was completely fucking wasted on my goddamn mind. Like I tried playing it. It just didn't make any sense. This is the aftermath. You guys can see it, right? You guys can see the video?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to kill the audio, kill the background music, and let me bring this up so that way you guys can hear it, so we can hear it together. Okay. Show and tell. And if you're listening to this on Spreaker, on the podcast, or iTunes, what you hear is pretty much it. Like, wait, here we go.
Are you recording?
Okay, this guy is...
Nathan Green, this is Elvis Quintero. We're going to see Jesse throwing up. He's puking his fucking guts out.
The audio is kind of low.
Jesse? Don't come in here. Are you alright, dude? We were just checking to see if you were okay. We heard vomiting. You weren't taking a piss, were you? No, dude, I was puking. Okay, good. You were fucking vomiting. I like how you're wearing your Billy Boone belt. I am. Okay.
Why is Sean Astin in the bathroom?
There's fucking alcohol in this bathroom, dude. He's just feeling. Man. I like wrestle a zombie.
Okay. Let me go to...
I like how we heard you fucking throwing up in there, dude. Zoom on.
Okay. Look at the good part. I had some fucking...
Old Faithful.
My head is in the trash can.
Why'd you use real alcohol, dude? Why'd you use real alcohol? I like how you fucking threw up like right on the sidewalk. You're just sitting there. You're just sitting there.
All right, Jesse?
Dude.
Why did they let Dwight Schrute in this fucking party?
He's not having.
That's good. That's good.
Oh my god.
It gets worse. It gets worse.
It gets worse.
That was my birthday. So my wife.
I thought that was the crescendo. We got more.
Well, a little bit more, yeah. See, and I don't know if really the video really captures that, but let's see. Just this was my birthday. My wife, who was just my girlfriend at the time, she had something planned. She didn't want this to happen, so that fucked up.
Do they ever want this to happen?
No. And after all this, by the way, I'm still sitting there on the couch, and they're all playing like some stupid Connect dancing game. So the room is spinning. I'm just like, please, just stop. Just stop everything. Stop everything.
Oh,
Too much fun right now.
Hold on, it's gonna be okay, dude.
It's gonna be all right, dude. Get it out.
I'm dying. My head is.
Okay, dude.
Don't laugh.
Dude, we were just
Hold on,
sitting.
dude, let him think.
But dude,
I'm in the trash can.
And this is gonna be one.
Oh, shit.
Birthday.
good friends let you fall asleep in there.
Right?
Maybe
I think that. So yeah, there's no hurling. That's. Oh man, that's.
I have one question.
Yes.
What was up with that belt buckle?
Oh, okay. That outrageous belt
dude.
buckle. Yeah, dude. Okay.
Is that like 5th place at a rodeo belt buckle?
Yeah.
Were you
yeah,
trying to join a Village People tribute band?
Yes, that's exactly what was happening.
Okay.
But it was a character I was playing called. His name was Billy Boone, and he's a zombie hunter.
Okay.
He has an outrageous belt buckle to compensate. And he's like, I earned this belt buckle by wrestling a zombie with my bare hands, butt fucking naked. I'll do it again if I have to. And we did this whole episode, dude. I try to play it, and it's horrible, man. It's just the worst thing. We get so fucking drunk.
Can we watch that now?
Then we're talking about. You would have watched that? We're talking about philosophy. It doesn't make any sense. It's garbage.
Can we please watch this?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let's air that sometime. Yeah.
Okay. Right now, or later? Oh, right now.
Oh, I want to see it right now.
Oh shit. Okay. All right. Let me get it. Oh man, let me get this here. Okay.
You're the one that brought up that the show is just about embarrassing yourself.
I know,
so.
right? Oh, no, I actually do feel embarrassed. Oh, shit.
And you know what's great about this? It's preserved for posterity.
Yeah, that's exactly what's great about
Press
this.
1 in the chat if you guys want to see this.
Yeah, let's leave it to the chat. Let's let the chat decide.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Let's go ahead. Let's see ones in the chat if you want to watch this. 2s if you don't.
Let's see. Yeah, there's 9 of you in there. So
Let's get some ones. I don't mind playing it. I'll play it right now. I'll get it ready. Oh, that's not the right. Yeah, that's the right one.
So, while Jesse's pretending to fiddle around with YouTube.
Oh, I'm fiddling around. Okay. All right. This is... Okay, here we go. This is what we recorded. This is what was happening. So, keep in mind, this is
did you
2011
film this
shit.
on location at Ram Ranch.
Yes. This was gay cowboy shit. Oh, fuck. Goddamn. Okay. It looks... Okay.
In the eternal words of Nick Fuentes, rocks.
Okay. So let me.
You guys look like closeted heterosexuals in this.
We do.
This is the low-budget version of Brokeback Mountain.
Yes. There's the bottle of
It's just
Southern Comfort.
Brainback Mountain.
If I ever seen a bunch of retards, a pack of retards with guns, that would
Oh
be
shit, this is horrible. Oh fuck. I can't even see the Southern Comfort. I'm gonna hurl. Ugh.
And you guys just didn't use apple juice?
No. Because I didn't think it would be that big of a deal. I didn't because the script only called for 4 shots. 4 shots I could do. 9 shots I can't do.
Yeah, but you had to shoot the fucking scene twice, you jackass.
It didn't help that the guy that was there, he was my best friend. One of my best friends. We went to school together and all that. He was just pouring
Even
shots.
still.
Yeah. Oh, I should tell you about the story where we had his bachelor party where I brought my homebrewed beer that had NyQuil in it.
NyQuil.
What? Why?
Jesse's been trying to get me into bed for years, y'all.
Yeah. And we went to a strip club. It was great. But oh shit. Oh, anyway, see, the philosophy part happens here.
What material did we have?
I don't understand where we at. Where are we at?
God, Mike, we sound so fucking drunk.
What drives us? What fuels us to do what we
Sounds.
do? What differentiates from the
Man, I can't even speak.
apes and the primates? And the
Oh, you can't see.
gorillas?
Oh, that's right.
Can't see.
Sorry, you can't see the video on the stream. Let me change that. My bad. Let me put. You want to see the gay cowboys? I'll show you the gay cowboys.
Yeah.
There you go.
Is that ever a question?
There's the gay cowboys.
Alright.
I remember one time in a metaphysics class,
He tries, and this guy tries to be philosophical too.
professor that it
Can't even
has to do
speak.
with, like, knowing, but not so much knowing, but
It's still not showing up in the
that
stream.
you know that you
Oh, we'll catch up. We'll catch up.
Oh, there it is.
I'm gonna take a mind trip here. A mind trip.
it's to
A
recognize
mind trip.
Voice through GarageBand.
Oh man, there's so many bottles on the table.
Wait,
But is that
Did you
something?
just say I'm gonna take you on a mind trip and then say the phrase garage band?
Yeah.
I did. I don't even know what I was talking about or why. There's okay. We did finish that bottle.
GarageBand.
GarageBand. What is? Did you? I can't even talk. Oh my god.
there's a fat guy with the yellow shirt running on the street.
What the fuck?
There
Okay.
really was. I'm not lying.
Holy shit. We have 2 shit face.
Okay. So that happened, and that's documented. And then later on, I'm out in the woods with the 38, firing it.
Jesus.
Are you sure nobody died?
No. No. We're good.
This looks like the behind the scenes of one of those Bigfoot hunting shows.
Apparently,
Outtakes. Around the campfire at the end of the day.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is actually what a zombie apocalypse would be like. All those people you don't see in the zombie apocalypse, this is what happened to them. They got really drunk with their gay cowboy friend and decided to shoot off their 38 and other things in the woods.
because why not? Why not? You might as well. Okay.
Common decency, Jesse. Common decency, my friend.
During a zombie apocalypse, there ain't no common decency. Okay.
Luckily, anytime I've had more than 5 shots, I made the cameras go away.
Well, that's recorded. It's there in case anybody wants to see. In
That is
case.
fantastic.
Who let you take a gun, for fuck's sakes?
It was part of a prop or
Let
something.
me.
I can't explain how I
Were
got
there
that gun.
blanks in it? Like, or were there live rounds?
Oh, you want another true story or the real? Okay. No.
What can I say on YouTube? Because they have a... No, it was blanks, man.
It was blanks.
There was no danger
Paintballs.
whatsoever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
were they blanks or were they
357
paintballs?
Magnum paintball.
Mm-hmm. Paintball gun. It was totally a paintball gun. Nothing else.
Right.
Nothing else. But the Hangover experience, I felt like it was dead. Like I felt that's the worst I ever felt. And I get
Yeah, describe this sensation to me.
Um, other than death and just my shits smelled like alcohol.
I
My
have to say,
piss smelled like alcohol.
death probably doesn't feel that bad.
No,
So,
it feels.
you know, when you're trying to trying to stream like a TV show or a movie or something online, and you have real shit internet, and it buffers every like
Mhm.
30 seconds. That's kind of what a hangover's like. Like, you move for a bit, and then you just have to stop and just like wait for everything to catch up, and then like move a little bit more.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Is that pretty accurate, fellas?
You know that feeling you get in your pride when you like stub your toe? Like it hurts your pride a little bit when you stub your toe.
Yeah.
Sure.
Imagine if your entire body felt like your pride when you stub your toe.
Okay. No, and that
You
feeling's
stubbed your pride.
and that feeling is shared externally because when you're hungover, there is no sympathy. There is no sympathy. People are like, "Oh, you did that to yourself. Go fuck yourself."
Yeah. 100% you did that to yourself.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Especially if you were a jackass the night before, nobody cares.
Right. And there's been 2 occasions where I got this drunk. This one and another one, not recorded, but this is before this, so probably like 2010. My girlfriend was over at my house and we're drinking a lot. I'm actually sorry. I'm the one who's drinking most of everything. I got so drunk that I ended up in the bathroom with like Chinese food all around me. Like the Chinese food I ate was just all around me. Yeah, and I made it to the
Where do you
bathroom.
keep your fucking Chinese food, SK? Don't be illegal on us.
Was it like sweet and sour chicken?
Oh,
Like egg
it was.
foo young? Like, what was
Let
it?
me further describe it. It was regurgitated Chinese food all around me,
Oh.
and it looked like.
Oh,
By the
okay.
way, when it happens,
So it could have been anything.
it was kung pao chicken. And the way it came out, it looked
the
like
same.
seaweed. It looked weird. It did not. It didn't make any sense. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, why does it look like seaweed's coming out of my body? What is this crap? And my wife, man, of course she wasn't my wife then, but she cleaned up that mess. She cleaned up the mess from
damn.
this.
That's a keeper.
That is a keeper. That's why that's why.
As long as she
Yeah.
can make a sandwich and not put too much mayonnaise on it, and she does that, that's the real sign of a real woman right there.
Oh, she can. But you'd imagine cleaning up 2 vomit messes. She probably doesn't feel like making me a sandwich for a while. I have to earn that shit. It's like, damn it.
Well, yeah.
God damn it.
Well, you're paying it back in spades now by taking shots of. Oh, wait till the Glenlivet pods come out and you start taking those, and she replaces them with laundry detergent.
Oh, fuck.
What do you think of those pods? Those whiskey Scotch pods?
I think people are going to put them up their butts.
Oh, really?
Because that's what people do. With fucking
Donate
everything.
$50 to the Streamlabs link down below if you want Jesse to put a whiskey Tide Pod up his butt.
Don't do that because I will. I'll actually do it.
Donate $50 to the Gospel of Comics Patreon, and we'll get Jesse to put a Tide Pod.
Hey. I liked it better when the money was coming to me. Hey.
A Tide Pod or a Scotch pod?
A Scotch pod. I'm not
Tide
putting a
Pod.
Tide Pod in my ass. I'll put a Scotch pod in my ass.
Come on, man! It'll never be cleaner. You want to talk about sparkling clean? We'll get you a Cascade pod. It'll be great.
Man, there's a way to get rid of those skid marks.
That's an enema. And that would be my excuse from. You want me to get rid of the skid marks? You could just wipe your ass better. Well,
No, we just got a bidet, and I'm using these new Comet pods. It's great.
Could you imagine the smell after you fart after putting one of those Scotch pods up your butt?
Oh, it smells pretty good.
Scotch pot? Yeah, well, they're supposed to be like mixed drinks, though. In all seriousness, they're not supposed to be straight shots.
Oh, they're
It's
not
supposed to be. It's
not
supposed
straight?
to be like a 13 to 15% alcohol by volume mixed drink, like shooter. They already make them. They're just making them in those biodegradable pod forms now. But
gotcha.
college kids are definitely going to put these up their ass. Like that's absolutely
Right.
100% going to happen.
They're just asking for it. I think they're doing that on purpose. They want that to happen. You know?
I mean, it is an entirely new market. Like you empty out the Tide Pod container, you put in Glenlivet pods, and then the room authority can't come and confiscate your booze because you're underage. Speaking of being underage, we didn't really have a chance to talk to you about this, Jesse. What do you think about them raising the age of tobacco product to 21?
That's stupid.
Yeah.
That's the what is it? What is it going to? What is supposed to stop the kids? What do you mean? How's that supposed to stop the fucking kids from getting a hold of tobacco?
The dumbest part is, if you look at like that youth like substance use survey thing, more high school kids actually drink alcohol than like consume any form of nicotine, and alcohol is 21, so clearly it's not going to work.
Well, yeah,
right.
Because
go
ahead.
If you're going to do that, they should raise the age to join the military to 21.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, you go to the military and die for your country. The country don't let you smoke or drink until you're 21.
If you're on base, you can drink and smoke.
Oh, look at that. I guess
no, you can't.
You can't?
There's no provision for a military exception for the tobacco bill.
There's no provision. Oh, you can drink still though.
Oh, okay.
Just won't be able to smoke, but there is a provision for alcohol.
Yeah, there's not one for the tobacco age increase.
Well, that's bullshit.
I mean, I absolutely do not understand the mental gymnastics you have to go through to think that, this time prohibition will work.
Yeah, right?
Well, we got it all wrong the last 1,000 times we tried it, but now we figured it out.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
What it also tells me is, hey, there's an increasing market in bootleg cigarettes. So you get some cigarettes and you can't talk about this on the stream because it might be illegal. But you
don't understand. It's not going to be bootleg cigarettes. It's going to be bootleg vape juice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's already happening.
It's going to be bootleg. It's going to be bootleg vape juice, and more people are going to start dying from vaping, and that's going to start an entirely new war on the vape industry.
Well, that all of the deaths, 100% of the vaping deaths have come from bootleg juice.
Yes, because it wasn't made right.
It was bootleg THC cartridges.
Mm-hmm.
That used a vitamin E oil.
Yeah, vitamin E acetate is the exact substance. They use it to cut it so they don't have to put as much of the THC oil in, but it doesn't dilute the consistency, so it looks as thick as it should be. So they can stretch out how much of the THC oil they've extracted and make more money.
Great.
Yeah.
And then you'll get the deaths. Man.
Breaking news.
Mm-hmm.
Renfamous is defending DC Douglas and going into a women's bathroom.
Uh-oh.
Renfamous. The Linwell? The Orca?
Yeah.
She's doing...
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Oh,
yeah, here, I'll send you a link over Skype if you want to look into it later.
I'm not drunk enough for that.
She's been going back and forth with Nick Rekieta.
Oh, fuck. Yeah. Well, she doesn't stop.
Never.
Mm-mm.
But she's defending him going into a women's bathroom stall, saying he did it accidentally. The motherfucker's on video saying, "I'm about to go into the women's bathroom." It's like, what are you doing?
Right?
What are you doing, you disingenuous cunt?
Right? And DC Douglas, for those who need context, when he came out voicing against Vic Mignogna, when everyone... Well, just about everyone that he's worked with was saying that, he's like a pedo, he's a rapist, he's a sexual assaulter. And then you have DC Douglas who jumps in on that, but he goes into the women's bathroom on purpose, recording it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Good. Usually I found that people who are the most vocal and accusing people are usually, caught up in that same shit. The shit that they're blaming other people about. They're involved in that shit.
Oh, definitely.
100%.
And I have an update. Rob Liefeld still hasn't blocked me for that feet tweet the other night.
Okay.
He still hasn't drawn me any feet pictures, so fuck him.
I'm just surprised he didn't block me for that.
Oh, damn. Okay. Now, we all shared our stories, or drunk stories, hungover stories, and we gotta shorten these shows a little bit, and gonna need to. So I'm gonna wrap it up here.
Okay.
But anything you guys want to plug real fast? I don't think you guys already plugged your channel, but you want to do it again?
Definitely check out the gospel on Saturday, because we're going to be starting a new segment that will actually run for 52 weeks straight. Every Saturday we'll be covering a new issue of 52, the DC series that spanned for 1 year when Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman were absent from the DC universe.
Oh, they were gone for a little bit? What happened? I guess I'll have to tune in to find out.
They get laid off?
Well, actually, yeah, we probably should do, for the first part of that show, we probably should do a little bit of a backstory, but the gist of it is, Wonder Woman went home to reclaim her nobility as Diana or whatever. Superman took a hiatus and was just gone and being Clark Kent because he was losing his powers. And Batman took a hiatus so that he could train.
Pretty cool. Check that out. All right, man. I'll check that out. Ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed this stream, enjoyed this podcast, let us know. Press the like button, share, subscribe. You listen on iTunes, leave a review, man. That helps out. All right, ladies and gentlemen, y'all take it easy.